Welcome. On this episode of the Bits and Bytes podcast, we break down the EA press conference. This is your Bits and Bytes podcast for June 10th, 2017. What's up, everybody? I'm Jeff Shelley. You can reach me on Twitter at Sky_Striker with a Y. You can also check out our Bits and Bytes YouTube page as well as the website. And we are on Twitch, streaming every Monday afternoon and Thursday evening from 8:30 to 9:30 p.m. So let's do a little bit of housekeeping here. We will not be doing our normal episode of Bits and Bytes this week. Instead, we will be doing a series of smaller episodes in account of all the press conferences. So we're going to try to do one per press conference. So today is actually EA's press conference. So we are going to get into the thick of that. Today was EA's turn to take the stage. They showed off the new story mode for Madden, as well as officially revealing NBA Live 18. So, let's see. So let's unpack the conference here. So EA started things off. They had like a drum solo or a drum band, drum line, not exactly sure what to call it. They then showed off the Madden 18 trailer for the new story mode called Long Shot. That's what opened their conference, and it looks like Madden 18 will be taking a page from last year's FIFA. The story mode looked very, very good, filled with lots of drama and characters and whatnot. So I'm actually... that gets me pretty excited for Madden. I haven't played a Madden in a very long time, but being that there's a single-player story now, that has me a little more pumped for it. They then went on to talk about Battlefield 1. They announced a new DLC in the name of the SAR. The DLC will be available in September, and it features the Women's Battalion of Death, so it's the first time a female character will be playable in a Battlefield game. So that's really cool. They then jumped over to FIFA 18's campaign is making a comeback with The Journey and will be available on Nintendo Switch September 29th. They did drop some more details on this. The Nintendo Switch version is not running on Frostbite, but it will run at 1080p while docked and 720p in handheld mode. So pretty standard Switch affair. Usually it's 1080p dock, 720p handheld. So they are aiming for those resolutions there. Then they went to Need for Speed Payback, which that looked really cool. I like Need for Speed. I've liked the last. I haven't played the last one, but I like the one before. This one looked very much like sort of a Fast and the Furious. They were like chasing a truck down the road. They needed to get a car off of the truck. So then at one point, they had these very slow-mo crashes that remind me very much of like Burnout, which looked very cool. And then at one point, then someone jumps off the car onto the truck and then pulls the car off the back of that truck. And then you're then playing as that character. So sort of think of it like GTA 5 when you had the heists and how the player you were playing as would change based on the job you had to perform in that heist. So that reminded me very much of that. It looked really cool to play. I'm a little concerned about the cutscene stuff because it's like, oh, you get close to the vehicle, then there's a cutscene, something happens, and then you're playing as someone else, but then there was another cutscene. I'm not quite sure if that was just broken up for that gameplay trailer specifically, or if that's how gameplay will play out normally, where if you don't really pull up next to the vehicle, there's like a cutscene of you pulling up next to the vehicle, and then a cutscene of someone jumping out of the car, or if that's going to be done more in real time when the game gets released. So a little concerning about that, but not overly. It still looked really cool to play, and the gameplay looked really fun. And then that takes us to A Way Out. This is from the developer that did Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons. He created his own studio called Hazelight. This is going to be a co-op adventure title, the trailer of which looks really cool, so let's check it out.
What's your plan?
Stay the hell away from me, okay?
reasons to bust out of here, but I need to get out of here too.
Yeah? Not my problem.
Well, you can trace lines in your face, but it's the pain of your spirit.
It's pitch black. We need a light.
Screw it. I'll go first. Oh, crap!
You okay?
Hold your hands up high.
Do you have a problem?
Yeah, I got a problem with you.
I love you, buddy.
Vincent, what are you doing here?
She's my daughter, too.
See? Problem solved.
Come on, Leo!
Hold your hands up high. My love, I'll see you by and by.
So that was the trailer for A Way Out. The prison looks really cool. It reminds me of Shawshank Redemption, something in that way, and just how I'm still curious, like how it's actually going to play. Like, are you and your friends playing like split screen with a story going on at the same time? How that will affect someone that wants to play solo? Like, does the AI just take control of that companion at that time? Can it be played solo? I don't feel that they really said in the conference whether it could be or not. So a few questions there lingering, but I did like what we saw in the trailer. I thought that was really cool. So now we move on to Anthem. Anthem is going to be from BioWare. It showed an incredibly short teaser trailer with a promo saying that they're going to show more at the Microsoft conference. So here's the trailer for Anthem.
The wall. It's our armor. It protects us from what lies beyond. But out there, you either live with the choices you make, or die trying to change them. The story doesn't end here. It's just the beginning.
As you can see, Anthem's got like the sci-fi. It's got like some mech suits. Saw like a big creature there and a wall. The wall sort of reminiscent a little bit of maybe like Pacific Rim or something like that out of that sci-fi. But I like what I see. It looks really cool. I'm wondering if this is going to be a Microsoft exclusive, since they are showing it more with Microsoft in line, and that's what they were teasing for. So I'm sort of wondering if that's going to be a Microsoft exclusive. We'll have to wait till tomorrow to find out. All right, they then showed NBA Live 18. They showed off a new mode for that called The One, where your character will play in the NBA, the league, and then on the street. Looks like they'll be putting out a demo in August. The cool thing is about the demo, like if you play the demo, your progress will carry over to the main game, which is pretty cool. So they showed that off. Then the back half of the EA press conference was very geared towards Star Wars. It was basically all Star Wars Battlefront 2 is what they showed. There's going to be a beta that begins this fall. They had some cool 20 versus 20 gameplay. Let's take a look at the multiplayer trailer here.
Sector is clear. Not clear! Not clear!
Alright, so that was the trailer for Star Wars Battlefront 2. Again, the beta starts this fall. The single-story campaign takes place between Return of the Jedi and The Force Awakens, which is really cool to fill in that gap there. The gameplay that they showed at the conference featured a 20 vs 20 match with special characters Darth Maul and Boba Fett. So that was really cool to see Darth Maul in action. We saw Boba Fett in action previously in the other Star Wars Battlefront title. I'm not quite sure if his power set's going to be a little different this time around, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. So EA then finished off the conference with announcing that players will have access to certain EA games for free. The EA games that are free are as follows. So, for those of you with an Xbox One and an Xbox Live Gold subscription will have free access to EA Access Vault titles, while those on PC can check out Origins Access. So then, PS4, being that we don't have EA Access, PS4 players will have free game trials of Titanfall 2, Madden NFL 17, FIFA 17, UFC 2, and Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare 2. Additionally, then, too, also on PS4, for those people that own Star Wars Battlefront, the original titles, they will have access to all the premier heroes and maps, and they'll have access to those through June 18th. So that's sort of really cool. Like, I have Star Wars Battlefront. I think I bought the first DLC pack, but I haven't picked up any of the other ones. So it'll be cool to get a chance to try those out and tool around, because I've been really wanting to try out the Death Star map. Overall, if I had to grade EAs, I'd give them like a solid B, mainly because I'm not super into the sports stuff. I'm not like really excited. I would have liked to have seen another PGA title. I would have liked to have seen maybe some more Star Wars stuff other than Battlefront. Like, I really wanted to see that Amy Hennig game and see what she was working on. So I was hoping to get some more information on that. I'm not quite sure what they're sitting on there, because the game, I think, has been in development for going on like 2 to 3 years, and there hasn't been a trailer. There's been nothing. And then there's Respawn, the guys that brought us Titanfall 2. They're working on a Star Wars game as well, and so there's nothing hide nor tail from that as well. Now they've only been working on it for maybe like a year, so that one's a little bit more to be expected. But the Amy Hennig one, I was very disappointed that we haven't seen anything from that yet. But so far, I'd give them a solid B. The EA Access stuff, that's sort of cool. Little bonus for everybody over the beginning here of June to kind of play some games you might not have played. So right now, from EA, I'd give them a solid B. Excited to see what Microsoft has tomorrow, and also see what Bethesda, I think it's Bethesda. We'll go with Bethesda. So excited to see what Microsoft has for us tomorrow, and also to see what Bethesda has up front. So look for those podcasts to go up about tomorrow late night. The Bethesda one might be in the morning because their conference is a little late. But I'm going to do the same thing, break it down, and just see you guys then. So I'd give the EA conference a solid B. I thought that a little disappointed about not seeing the Amy Hennig Star Wars game, but overall I thought Madden looked really cool. Need for Speed definitely has me excited for a Need for Speed game, which I can say I wasn't really excited for the last entry as much. And so I'm just really excited now to see what Bethesda and Microsoft bring to the table. So I think that's it for today, guys. We're going to call it done. We'll have a podcast up again tomorrow, hopefully two. The Bethesda one might be not up till like Monday morning, but Microsoft will definitely be up tomorrow night. So you can keep up with us here on BytsnBites.com. You can check out us on the Bits and Bytes YouTube channel. We are also up on the podcast services of iTunes and Stitcher. Just look up Bits and Bytes. And I will be uploading these to Twitch as well. So if you go to Twitch or to our Bits and Bytes channel, it'll be on there as well. If you like what you see, please follow. Again, we are also on Patreon. Just look up Bits and Bytes. If you think that what we do is worth $1, you can give us $1. And I'm Jeff Shelley. You can reach me on Twitter at Sky_Striker. And I will see you guys tomorrow. So thank you for watching.